Hey guys.
Woohoo!
Welcome to Rise and Inspire, everybody.
And it's December 1st.
Didn't even put that one together.
I know, right? December 1st. And friends, let's make this the best month of 2020.
Let's
Because
do it.
it shouldn't be too hard.
I know. This is the best month already. It's the end.
Exactly. And this kind of will tie into our topic today.
Yeah, it really will. So why don't you introduce yourself? We also want to shout out a world for you, Brandon James. That's who that was. You can look him up on YouTube or Spotify.
Yes, we're so thankful for him. So my name is Darcy Burke. I go by Darcy Elizabeth, and you can find me on Instagram at darcyelizabeth.co. That is my website as well. And then you can also find me just as Darcy Elizabeth on Facebook.
All right. And I am Kelly_Patricia. You can find me on Instagram, and then on Facebook, just lose the underscore.
Whoop, whoop. So our topic today is going to be all about seasonal depression.
We deal with it. It comes every year. Let's talk about it.
Right. Might as well talk about it, get some tips, how we experience it, and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. I feel like it's such a good topic because not only do I deal with regular like depression and anxiety, then you throw in the holidays and the seasonal depression where it's like dark early, and we live in Vermont, so we get like 30 below zero weather. So not only is it cold, it's the holidays, it can be stressful. It's just that time of year where we really need to, I notice I lose myself all the time, and I'm like, I shut down. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? But a lot of the times I ask myself a couple questions. Where is this going to get me? The way that I'm thinking and the things that I do, which is nothing. And how is this going to help me?
Right. No, that is definitely perfect. When you're going through any hard time in life, I think that's really good to like kind of sit back and like ask yourself those questions.
Yeah.
And sometimes in like so many areas of my life when I'm doing something that I know is not making me feel good, it's like, where's that going to get you?
Yeah.
Where's that going to get you to feeling good and being your best self?
Yeah, that's so true. Yesterday I was having a day and I just kept asking myself like, okay, I get it. Winter's coming, Christmas is coming, stressful times are coming, but like the mood, I just could not get out of it. And I'm like, okay, where is this going to get me though? Like I could sit here and sulk and do nothing, or I can still feel that seasonal depression, but I'm the only one. I'm the only one that's going to get myself anywhere. You know what I mean? So I really have to dig deep. And that's why you hear that saying a lot. You guys dig deep because we are the ones that have to do that digging to release what we want to release and get ourselves out of that funk.
Little bit of Shaun T.
Yeah. Not only am I looking at his book because I have a whole stack of my personal development books right here. Mastering Your Mean Girl, Shaun T. I got Girl Wash Your Face, all the things.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you bring up a really good point because you're saying that, like, make sure you ask yourself, how is this going to get you to where you want to be? Yeah. And that really goes into play, like going into this last month. A lot of times we think, oh, we're just waiting for 2021. Y'all, 2021 is going to be the same as it was the day before.
Absolutely.
So why not start now?
I know I did.
Right. And like you want to get ahead of it because if you get too far deep down in that seasonal depression hole, it is real hard to come back out. Am I right?
It is so hard. And especially because we've all been so isolated, right? So we're already out of the real world. We're already not dealing with people. We're already covering ourselves up, which is bad enough. Like we've talked about in the previous episodes, like you don't have to smile at people. You don't have to go out of your way to be nice anymore because that's just the way the world works right now. But we are the only ones that can make things happen. So it's really hard though when you're in that state of mind to kind of be like, all right, now just get yourself out of it. There you go. Talking yourself through it sometimes just doesn't happen. So you really need certain things maybe to do to help you change that mindset that you're in, because we all know everything is mindset, right?
Right. For sure. And Christmas is coming, the New Year is coming. Maybe at some point all this stuff will slow down a little bit, but I do have a few little pointers that I have like learned and I'm trying to implement myself when it comes to getting in this winter funk.
Yeah. And I just want to throw in there, you guys, be intent. Like we talked last week about being intentional, like with your time, but be intentional with your thoughts.
Yes, that is honestly probably the most important thing.
Yeah. And that's what I keep telling myself. I write it down. I keep going back, be intentional with your thoughts, because the more negative stuff you put in your head, you guys, well, you know the rest.
Right. So with that, one thing that if you really want to fight the seasonal depression, you want to like get over that hump for the long haul this winter, momentum. We always talk about momentum when it comes to your business, but what about like personally? If you get started doing a, workout plan, if you get started with the community, whatever it may be, or just simply making time every day for yourself, you're going to really have that shift. And it's going to become like second nature, right? That's where the momentum is going to get you through these long few months.
Absolutely. And also, and I talked about it in your Happy Hormone group, when you stay consistent with things in life, that's when you get motivated to do other things. So if you are down in the dumps and you don't feel up to it because you can't get yourself to do anything, staying consistent with your thoughts, with your ideas, with that, whatever you want to do with your work, workouts, nutrition, that will help you keep on the right track.
Right. And it will help you stay on the right track. But you want to know what else really helps? And we always talk about this is community.
Yeah.
Find your tribe.
I actually have that written down. Where is it? Because what I was thinking is, I've been having some hard days, and who do I always call? I call you, I call my friend Candace, I call my friend Kara, I call so many people. But what I noticed, and I'll use you for an example, is being around positive people and people who, like, you're a go-getter girl. You are constantly working, you are constantly learning. And that's another thing, is keep your brain active.
Yes,
but
love that.
Yes, you're always going, and you're always learning new things. So I feel like when you surround yourself with uplifting people, that's when it really helps. I'm like, okay, well, like yesterday I wasn't feeling it, right? But we talked and I was like, you know what? Like, she's just doing all the things and I need to step my game up. I need to be the best version of myself, So then I go in and I start watching videos and I start learning different things because I talked to you yesterday and that seemed to help me, because it's who you surround yourself with.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is with that community, not only have you built up that momentum, but that community also keeps the ball rolling, right?
It
like a
sure
snowball.
Does.
It's going down a hill, the momentum it has, but sometimes needs a little push.
Yeah.
Needs a little push. And it also like lets you sit back. So one thing that like you're really good at with me, Kelly, is you make me step back. Like if I'm like, blah, 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 blah. You're like, okay, Whoa. That's good. That's fine. But it's just a bad hour. It's not a bad day. Or Darcy, it's just a bad day. It's not a bad life. And you need that for that little refocusing to be like, okay, here I am. Yeah. This is what, I'm here to do. And remind yourself, I actually am going to put a post on my Instagram later that talks about journaling prompts. Remind yourself, who do you want to be? Because that's the biggest challenge, right? Like
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
really is.
times we know who we want to be, but sometimes we need that little reminder.
Yeah.
Write it out. Put that sucker on a sticky note.
Yeah. If you guys follow Darcy, you know she is all about the sticky notes, even in the
Sticky notes
shower.
everywhere. The showers, I got waterproof sticky notes. I got them on the mirror. Got them in the car. Can never have too many sticky notes. Remind yourself who the heck you want to be.
Right. And I think that helps with remind yourself who you want to be, but don't compare yourself to anyone. Don't try to be like anyone else. Like, I'm not trying to be Darcy. I'm trying to be the best version of myself,
Right.
but I have her positive influence to help me.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good like clarification there. Like I always say, like, don't be jealous of somebody, envy them. As in, don't be jealous of all they have, because you could get there too, but in your own way. Envy them. Let that motivate you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. Another thing I have written down, you guys, is call yourself out. Whether it's in
hard.
your, I know, I do it to myself all the time. I'm like, shut up. I'm so stupid. You got to call yourself out. You really, on the bad stuff, like the habits that you notice, it's going to help you change the way you think, the way you do things. Just call yourself out when you notice that you're slipping in your mindset or you're slipping in your commitment to things that you want to do for yourself.
Right. Yeah. No, that is totally true. That's probably one of the hardest things to do, right? One, to call yourself out or admit you're wrong or whatever it is that you're facing. It's hard to
never
do.
wrong. I'm never wrong.
I am very stubborn about that.
I'm always wrong, but I have such a hard time being like, oh, okay.
And I know, and then when I do apologize, I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. They're like, what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm losing my voice. I can't talk anymore.
Right, exactly. Another tip I have as we're getting into the holiday season, y'all decorate. Drink out of the Christmas cup.
Yeah.
Put the lights up. Do what makes your heart happy.
Drink all the eggnog and alcohol.
Exactly. Bring on the eggnog and start Christmas morning with mimosas.
I was just talking to my girlfriend about we're gonna drink mimosas one day when we can get together. How fun.
Seriously.
Around the Christmas lights, it's gonna be amazing.
Right. And like I do this a lot with myself where for some reason lighting a candle is just like what helps me tick. Like it just makes me feel better. And sometimes we become like Grinches per se when it comes to holidays, but y'all embrace it. I'm drinking out of my Christmas cup. I'm just drinking like warm stuff all the time. So I'm always cold. So that's another way. If you are somebody that hates the winter, find ways to be warm. Me and Kelly have talked about this before. Get those blankets, snuggle up.
Blankets.
Make your heart full so that, it can help at least push down that social depression we all get.
Absolutely. Another thing that I like to do is like remember why I'm thankful, like be thankful and search for the gratitude. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I have so many reasons right now not to want Christmas to come, right? I don't want the holidays to come. I don't want Christmas to come. I don't want any of it. But that is not going to be my mindset of December. That is not happening. I'm going to enjoy the Christmas. I'm going to enjoy the month and I'm going to be thankful. And, I'm just going to search for the gratitude and be very thankful for what I can.
Right. And like even break it down to little things. So for instance, last night something in my house broke and I'm like, you gotta be kidding. Mama, being a single mom, you're like, no, don't break on me. And then I remind myself, like, how lucky am I to have my house, to have a warm place for me and my baby, like things like that. Like I did last night before I went to bed, I did journaling every night. And that was like where I try to change my mindset, where it's like these hard times, you can push through and find little things that you're thankful for.
Absolutely. I think that's such a good idea. And that's another time that's where like podcasts can come in, or audiobooks, or just like personal development books in general. Like I said, I have a whole stack in front of me, and what book am I reading right now? Own Your Everyday.
Oh, how is it?
Well, I know people keep saying that to me, and I'm like, well, I'm only on chapter 3, but so far I really like it, and it's already helping me. I can already see a difference
Yeah.
just from being on chapter 3. You know what I mean? In my
Right.
mindset and in my
Right.
seasonal depression.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, get out the podcasts, the audiobooks.
We should talk about personal development books someday, because I have some thoughts on the one I'm reading.
Like bad thoughts?
Both.
Ooh.
We'll have like a little book club. It's a new Rachel Hollis book, so I have a couple thoughts on it. Love it. Disagree with some of it, but I would love to chat about it.
I'm actually going to be reading that book soon. And so, yeah, let's talk about it, because I actually was like, at first I'm like, I'm not reading her new book. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's just the way I said it. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I am a Rachel Hollis fan. I always have been. There's some points in her book that I think hit a little home for me. So love it. But there's also some things I disagree on it. And guess what? That's what it's about, being your own person.
That's right. And also, because you disagree with her doesn't mean you're going to call her out, argue, do all the negative things, hate her, diss her, and all the things. You're
Right?
going to be your own individual
I went shopping yesterday on her Hollis day she had, man.
Yeah, exactly. I think we should definitely do that. I know a lot of people that need some book ideas too, so let's mark that one down.
Right. Also, if you guys are still with us on this chat today, what do you guys think about Kelly and I starting a podcast? Is that something you would like to see? We want to hear from you. So if you're still with us about 20 minutes in here, do you want to see a podcast from us? Would you be interested in that? Free information, and you can take us wherever.
Yeah, I like that idea. So definitely drop your ideas below, you guys. Let us know what you think on that.
Yeah. So those are the tips that I have. Like, find your community, build that momentum, move your body. It's gonna totally change your mood. And then lastly, embrace the holiday.
Yeah, embrace the holiday.
Even if financials are an issue, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of that going on because of the pandemic we're in. Do the little things. Get out your lights, take out those Christmas cups, embrace what you can. Yeah, girl.
Can you see my tree?
I can. It's cute.
That's just my little tree for now till I get my real one in. But hey, I had to throw some kind of holiday cheer up in here.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. So before we go, you mentioned moving your body, guys. Get up and move your body, like you said. But what I had down, because what always puts me in a better mood, is I crank the music and I bust a move.
Check out her reel today. Everybody check out her reel on her Instagram, because that right there is so Kelly.
Wish we could do music on here, you guys. If we could do music, you would know the real me, because I am constantly like getting jiggy with it.
Everyone always compliments my dance moves, but where do you think I learned them from?
Pays to have an older sister and a crazy best friend.
Yeah, it does.
My reel actually today reminded me of your sister.
She's got to showcase it.
She's got to show it. So
funny.
Another tip though, real quick before we go, because we like to keep this short and sweet. Do something out of the norm. Seasonal depression, this was a big one, so I didn't want to go without saying this, is do something out of the norm. Because when we get stuck in our normal routine, you guys, I know I struggle with this. So if after this, you guys want to message one of us just to get a little deeper into this conversation and topic, let us know. But change up what you're doing, even if it's like one thing. Like what I did differently this past week was I played a board game. I played card game and I played a board game, which we do as a family, but I just thought it was something, different in our day to day that we should just bring back.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So
that's great.
It changed my mood. It was so fun. Everybody had a good time. So definitely just do something that is not normally in your everyday.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Cal, it's been fun. I think we hit some good pointers there
Yeah.
to really change the ship around.
Yeah, you guys.
And as always, you guys can reach out to us. You can drop comments below, hit us up on Instagram or Facebook, and we are always here for you guys. So any
Yeah.
topics from here, reach out.
Definitely. Thanks for tuning in with us, you guys. And just remember, you are the one that can help change your seasonal depression. So take some notes, write it down, and try them out. If you do try something, let us know.
Yes, we would love to do
We're
that
here to
always.
help.
And like anytime you do try any of those tips, you can always tag us and put us in your story or whatever it may be.
Definitely. Good idea.
Happy December!
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.